Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis Hope if you are new here. If you are returning, hey lovely. Today's video is going to be tips and tricks for living alone. These are going to be things that I wish I had known before living on my own. Living on your own can be just beyond scary. I mean, terrifying. I was thrust upon this world by my mother when she abruptly left and left me with an apartment. I had no idea how to do things like put the lights in my name or, just utilities. And because this came out of nowhere, I did not have any money. So this was scary to me. Now, I understand that sometimes people are leaving marriages, getting divorced and things like that, and they're living alone now. And there are a lot of empty nesters who are living alone, and they no longer have, their kids living with them if they're a single parent. So there's a lot of reasons why you could be living alone. So I don't just, speak to the ones who are moving at a mom and dad's house, but this can apply to anybody living alone at any stage of your life. It is hard. It is stressful. Everything is on you. Everything is on you to make it work. All these bills are on you. Sometimes I wish I had a roommate. You know what I mean? But it's okay. I have some tips and tricks for you. Hopefully this will shed some light on things. Hopefully this will make you feel a little bit better. If you're trying to move out and you're scared, trust me, don't be. You will be fine. You will be okay. It is all good in the hood. I assure you, everything is fine. You're going to be good after you listen to these tips. And please stay tuned because I will be posting another video about safety tips, and especially for women, as I am a woman who lives alone, I will be posting a video about safety tips. So let's get into the video. My first tip is have a budget. Like I said before, I had no idea how to go about paying rent. I had no idea how to go about getting utilities in my name because I was just abruptly left with an apartment. So I had to learn how to budget quickly. I mean quickly. I had to learn how to put my paycheck aside. I had to learn how to just manage my money. What I used to do, going out with my friends, going out to the clubs, things like that, I wasn't able to do it anymore. I had some real responsibilities. Number 2, make friends with your neighbors. I know some people don't want to be bothered by their neighbors, but I kid you not, there's strength in numbers. Your neighbors can be there when you need help. Your neighbors can also be an emergency contact if you don't have family. Your neighbors can also look out for you when you're not there. Just your neighbors are key. And not to mention, you kind of don't want to be on your neighbor's bad side if somebody's breaking in and they're like, I don't care. So trust me, make friends with your neighbors, or at least be on decent terms with them. So for example, I had a flat tire. I didn't see my flat tire because I didn't go out that morning. I work from home. So I had nowhere to go. My neighbor came over and she was like, you have a flat tire. You have a flat tire. I know someone. Thank you. Thank you. So like I said, having your neighbors, at least talk to your neighbors and be cordial with your neighbors, that is just so helpful and it's key. Number 3 is prioritize your wellness. Like I said, this is anxiety inducing. Whether you are leaving your family home or you have been married for the past 20 years and you are on your own for the first time in a very long time, prioritize your wellness. Your mental is going through so much, and because if you are stressed mentally, that takes a toll on your body physically. Prioritize your mental health. Now, I know we're all pet lovers, so consider getting a pet. Whether it's a goldfish or a dog, consider getting a pet. I know the first pet that I had was a catfish. I believe she was a catfish. I named her Sasha, and it gave me something to look forward to when I came home. I knew I had to feed Sasha. I also knew that I could sit there and watch Sasha. Sasha didn't do much, but I knew I had something to come home to. So if you get a pet, You have something to look forward to. You have something to do. You have somebody to sit there and cuddle with you, and it just is so nice to have a pet or somebody who you can honestly take your mind off of other things and put your mind on. I know this may be hard for some people, but keep in contact with your relatives and your loved ones. Just because you don't live with them does not mean you don't stay in contact with these people. You never know who you're going to need. Just like when you have neighbors and you keep in contact with your neighbors, keep in contact with your loved ones. This is because if something happens, you have someone to call. So when you live alone, let's say for instance, I've lived alone for the past 10 years. I get sick. I have people that I can call to come take me to the hospital. When you live alone, nobody knows that you're sick. You need to keep those relationships as much as we sometimes don't want to have to depend on others. When you live alone, you're going to have to. Let's say, for instance, you get COVID, because I've caught COVID twice. I needed people to at least come and sit some chicken noodle soup on the porch for me. I've had people who can do that. So I beg of you, please keep those relationships. You never know who is going to give you your last glass of water. One of the best things about living alone is you control your space. You can decorate however you want to. You don't have to worry about, no, I don't want that there. You can't put that there. You can't leave that there. You don't have to worry about that. This is your space, your area. Whether you have a studio apartment or if you have a whole house to yourself, it is your area. If you want a beauty room, you can get a beauty room. If you want a prayer room, you can have a prayer room. You don't have to worry about what other people are going to say, what other people are going to think. And mind you, people do come to my house, but they don't come no further than the living room, the kitchen, and the bathroom if they have to use it. Everything else, it is my sacred space. It is just all of me, how I want. I don't let people in my room. It's amazing what you can control. You can control your energy of your space because it is yours. So number 7, you don't need permission to do a thing. It's your house. If you want to sit there and put something cold on your table without a coaster, you could do that. Who's going to tell you not to? Downside of this is every single time I walk into my kitchen, I keep wondering who messes up my dishes and eat my food up, and I think I know who it is. I don't want to say nothing to her, but yeah, seeing that's how I'm the only one here, that's kind of the downside. That's the downside. That should be number 7.58, because you're the one who's messing up your house, and trust me, it sucks. Number 8, this is the best one of all. I'm an introvert, so this is like the most amazing one of all, the most amazing tip ever. Silence. Silence. I come home, I hear nothing, and I love it. I love it. I don't come from a family where I have a bunch of stuff going on. I grew up the only child. I thrive on silence. As an introvert, I thrive on silence when I come home from an engagement where I'm engaged with people. I love silence. Trust me, silence gives you time to have peace with yourself and just sit by yourself, and you can recharge, you can rethink. You don't always have to have people at your house either. I know sometimes friends think, oh, you get an apartment, we can do this, we can do that. No. I need my time. I need silence. That's the beauty of living alone. Number 9, when you leave your house, you're coming back to your house in the same condition that you left it. Nobody's going to eat your food. Nobody's messing up your dishes. You are leaving and coming back to the same house you left. You can stick money out. Leave money out on the dresser. You don't have to worry about somebody else messing with your stuff. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing to have. Number 10, get a hobby. I strongly suggest you have a hobby. being alone in the house can just take a toll on you mentally. If you don't have something to occupy your mind just it'll go crazy. You just need something. For me, it's YouTube. I rocks with y'all. I really rocks with y'all. I love making videos. I love doing the content for all this stuff. I love planning and everything. You guys are what I use to keep my mind occupied. So have a hobby. Have something you like to do. Whether it's drawing, painting, coloring. If you're not that artistic, that's fine. That's cool. I'm not either, but I still color. They drew it, I can color it. Now, number 11. This is a bonus. Have an emergency contact. That kind of goes back to the other thing that I was saying. Please keep these relationships that you have, even if it's just a friend, a cousin, anything. Have an emergency contact because you live alone. You never know what might happen. And when you have these emergency contacts, write down these numbers. Because what if let's say you have no service? What if, let's say for instance, you break your phone and something happens? Write down these emergency contact number. I know this is old school. Stick it on your fridge with a magnet and you have these numbers. So don't break those bonds if you can help it. Keep reaching out to people, keep talking to people. Social media makes it so much easier. But write down the numbers of the people who you are closest to for an emergency contact. And not only that, let's say for instance you go to the hospital, they can't get into your phone. If you have them written down, you can grab them quickly. Trust me, I have been there, thought I was dying. Grabbed it quickly. Was able to take these numbers with me, but at the same time, I know my childhood number. My mom still has it. So if you don't remember the number, it's best for you to write it down. All right, you guys. So like I was saying, moving is hard. Being alone is hard. It is lonely. It's a whole different ball game if it was just thrust upon you like it was me. It is scary, but you will make it. I kid you not, you will make it. You will make it through. There is absolutely nothing you cannot do. You will be 100 times stronger when you go through this. And if this is not your first time living alone and you're transitioning from, like, let's say, for instance, a divorce, you already know you got this. So please be on the lookout for my next video, which is going to be safety tips, especially for women who live alone. I'm going to post that soon. So I will see you all in the next video. I hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment down below if it was. Drop a gem down below if it was, if you got some good tips. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.